I'm so full of risotto.
These are the bicolors. He's telling us something.
It's laughable, a little bit terrifying, that our current administration is trying to label people with dissenting point of views as not only dangerous extremists, but now...
Do you think extremists have similar point of views to the people that call them extremists? Or do you think it's used as a word to define people who have opposing views? Every extremist has an opposing view. It's not because they have one. It's like the nature of the word.
Domestic terrorists. So, and certainly one of their talking points...
What's the thought police? The thought police are people who have a really particular disdain for what they consider to be ideologies when in reality they're identities. People that control their kids to the point of demanding they're heterosexual and cis regardless of what the reality is, and then claim that their reality is true reality despite it not being backed by any science whatsoever. Those are the thought police, aka conservatives.
If you question the, thing you do when you vote, the results of that, then you are absolutely a dangerous extremist. You are a terrorist.
How many words does he have to avoid saying? He can't say election. He can't say COVID. His channel is so fucking... What? Okay, Stygian Hero has all stream. I've seen it. Has kept telling me that their sister likes me. What do you mean, smile? What do you mean, smile? I don't know who your sister is, bro. What do you mean my sister likes your video on YouTube? What do you mean video singular? I don't have only one. Which one? Who is your sister? Videos. That still is only half of the question I asked. All of them. Thanks. Who is your sister? Why would I know your sister? Why need you keep asking? I'm losing my mind. You know her. Stop. Stop asking about your sister. The fuck is wrong with you? You don't know ever. Just this random guy. He's like, hey, my sister likes you. Oh. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. Here, have a sub for that. That's funny. You may have a sub. You've entertained me.
Looking at the hypocrisy of the leftist politicians who say you can never, ever, ever question the results of you-know-what. To start with.
Dude, he literally can't say the word election. And he can't get an erection.
Taking a clip from Tucker Carlson last night, and
an unbiased, honest news source that wasn't written by Nazis.
Interviewing Kamala Harris. The short interview, just, 30 seconds, but it sets the stage for what we're going to see next. Let's take a look.
If you want to know what the Biden administration is really...
Oh, man, and thank God they got the fucking audio that was recorded with 2 pieces of tape sticking the microphone to the fucking desk. The circle cam. I know, I love his little circle cam.
The sitting vice president yesterday.
I like Tucker.
Not quite.
Yeah, we know. You fucking dumbass. We know.
20 years after 9/11, the Capitol came under attack from domestic terrorists.
God, I hate liberals so much.
The fact there are 11 people right now running for Secretary of State to keep...
When will he get to the point of this video?
...keepers of the integrity of the voting system of their state, who are election deniers.
So the whole context of this discussion with Madam Vice President...
There's no point to the video. I guess not, huh?
...is surrounding 9/11, terrorism, and then...
What? You said the whole point of the video is about 9/11?
And they're putting that parallel with, well, now, 20 years after 9/11, domestic terrorism is as big of a threat. Madam Vice President.
Yeah, these are 2 facts. Has been 20 years since 9/11. That's true. And domestic terrorism is on the rise. That's irrefutable facts.
What are your thoughts on this domestic terrorism that's as big as a threat as the psychotic attackers from 9/11? And she goes right into, oh, we have election deniers.
Yeah, that's how the Capitol riot started.
Because I think he's an illegitimate president that didn't really win. So how do you fight against that in 2020?
You are absolutely right.
She just said that not her president, but the president before she was on the ticket, she's saying he was an illegitimate president? Well, good.
Okay, but Donald Trump said Hillary Clinton was an illegitimate president. I mean, sorry. He thought he... Fuck. I'm so high. Donald Trump thought he won the popular vote is what I meant by that. Donald Trump, still questioned the integrity of the 2016 election, but it was more geared toward his vanity because it would have just been a double win. He said, the 3 million illegals voted in California. 3 million illegals voted in California, and they didn't vote for Trump because they don't want the wall. They don't want the wall. They want Kamala. Sorry. Okay.
That's not dangerous extremist domestic terrorism because it's not when...
Man, shut the fuck up. You're such a dweeb.
Let's take a look at more leftist politicians openly denying the results of...
Leftist? Kamala Harris was a fucking cop, right? Who jailed black teenagers for weed and laughed about it. What a leftist!
Illegitimate president, in my mind.
Would you be my vice presidential candidate? Folks, look, I absolutely agree.
Biden absolutely agrees. And Jimmy Carter, some would say Biden's exceeded him as being a worse president.
Dude, you don't know shit about American history. Biden has done more things than Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter was a lame duck president. He didn't do shit. He wasn't bad because he did bad things. He was notoriously didn't do anything. That's the problem the people had with him.
Didn't actually win the election in 2016.
Trump didn't win the election in 2016. That's some interesting denial. Let's hear more.
He lost the election, and he was put into office because the Russians interfered.
Trump knows he's an illegitimate president.
Wait, Hillary just...
So he's saying the Democrats deny the 2016 election results. It's just such a fucking... doesn't matter. It's just Donald Trump fucking had a fucking Russian bot farm plug him because that's how easy it is to manipulate elections in America. He did the OnlyFans pay for retweet shit, but with Russia.
Denied the results of the 2016 election? Does that make her a dangerous domestic terrorist?
See, here's the thing. No, because nobody did anything about it. Because Democrats are useless.
And I could imagine maybe there's a world where someone has the earnest perspective of, sorry, it's monkeypox. If you question...
Fuck me, dude. How are you this unfunny? How can you be this unfunny?
Instead of principled people, we see hypocrisy from these people. And the hypocrisy is, it's okay for me to question the results when it's didn't go the way I want, which, by the way, maybe we've had.
Okay, but the problem, it doesn't matter. You can deny shit all you want. But the problem is the violence. The problem is the violence. It doesn't matter. They're not trying to police thought. They're trying to police thought that relates to direct action.
I have an objection.
I object to the 15 votes from the state of North Carolina. I object because people are horrified.
Sorry, excuse me? Oh, no, I thought that was Rand Paul.
It's a lot of domestic terrorism.
Oh, my God. This guy sucks. God bless you, JP. We need more good men like you from old men. They're subscribed to Caleb Iyer and Chase. And Chase is subscribed to PowerPoint Historian. This is a history and alternate history channel, but there's going to be more history than alternate history. Okay, that's good. I should be making videos soon. Making a history video is harder than a gaming vid, so bear with me on videos coming out. But I think you knew that. So why am I doing this? Oh god. I know a lot of history, and I want to share my knowledge of history with people. These people are the reason I'm doing this, and where I learned a lot of my history from. Extra credits of the video game stream. I don't know any of these other ones. Extra credits is about game design, so thank you for coming to this video. New videos soon. Thanks for watching. Let's see how many videos. Oh, he only has one more video. Some brief history on World War I. I would just like to warn you that some of this is just some brief history on World War I. I'd like to warn you on the title of the video. How the First World War started and the date. The war started on July 28, 1914, after the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria and Soviet Duchess Hohenberg, his wife. Battles you need to know. One of the most important battles of World War I was the Battle of the Marne. And Jutland is another battle you need to know. Also the Battle of Verdun. There are many more battles, but these are some of the most important. Sorry if what you were looking for was not in this video. This was my first history video, so I wanted to keep it short. This is their only video. I think this kid had fun making one for history class and was like, oh, I, have read one book on history. Fuck, dude. I really wish there was more of this. Best video on YouTube. I'll subscribe. Democrat tells lie. Me, I don't believe you. Democrat. The real danger is all these lie deniers. Okay.
Dirty Wop Bastard. Dirty Wop Bastard. What's up, Dirty Wop Bastard? Dirty Wop Bastard. Hey, I appreciate you stopping by. Dirty Wop Bastard. Appreciate that, Dirty Wop Bastard. Dirty Wop Bastard. Dirty Wop Bastard. I appreciate that. Dirty Wop Bastard with a 5 says, usually hit you with more, but I got a fun wars. I don't know what everybody.
What the fuck? Why is the first video on this guy's channel just him saying his name over and over again? It's like you click on my channel, I'm just like, Ethan is online. Ethan is online. Ethan is online.
220 million Americans who just in the last several months died.
What's the world coming to?
Dude, this is just brain disease. So my son ate a poop.
So the other day, my mother-in-law was watching our toddler, and I get a text.
No fucking way. Is this his practicing his stand-up? Is this him practicing his stand-up, guys? Guys, this is him practicing his stand-up and posting it on YouTube.
Text from my wife that says, I don't even know if my mom can watch kids anymore. Of course, I had to respond with like a question mark, because she's not just going to tell me what happened without prefacing it with some female drama first. She said, she let our son eat poop. I'm like, well, what do you mean? Did she like put it on a plate for him? Of course, I knew that wasn't the case. No.
But here's the thing. Say what you want about drugs, but I found a man practicing his stand-up set, but putting it on YouTube. Female drama.
I said, did he like it? She said, no. He started gagging and puking immediately. I said, well, then he learned. That's what toddlers do. They're curious. They do stupid things, and they learn. Calm down. Quit freaking out. It's okay. He's going to live. It'll be all right.
Okay, stop it. Wait.
Of course, when she gets home, she comes in, she asks him, what did you do today? He says, eat poop. Because he doesn't really care what his mom thinks. But he does care what his dad thinks, because when I got home, I said, what'd you do today? He goes, I go, did you eat poop today? He says, no. You didn't eat poop? No. Are you sure? No. I'm torn between, you know, being glad that he has enough respect for his dad, that he doesn't want me to know that he ate a turd or popped a turd.
Dude, this... Is this just a story? I thought he was doing stand-up.
In his mouth. Or just thinking, this little liar. Like, why should I even feed this thing?
I guess that was just a story time? I thought that was stand-up. There was no point to the story. Great story. Funny as fuck! Made my day. Thank you. Much love from Canada. Let's look at this channel. Even the Grim Reaper is confused. Just a funny meme. What the fuck is this? I mean, the description answers the question. This is gold, mate. Please feel free to share anywhere. Dude, the worst part is that I don't even get it. What does this mean? Why did she upload this? Where did she get this? It's not even, somebody said play it again. There's nothing to play. It just plays a fucking, it's just buzzing flies sound effects for your meme. It's just COVID denier shit? No. It's the picture. Who did someone send her this as a video? Did she make this? Or did someone give it to her? Did she download it from iFunny? Did she like download a fucking sample audio for flies? What caused? Who are the driving forces behind the creation of this? Who made this? And then what did she expect? This isn't even how YouTube works. No one goes on YouTube and just looks at images with text on them with a sound effect in the background. This was sent to her in a dream. I feel like I'm looking at abstract art. This is like 10 layers deep. I need to save this so I can look at it when I'm sober. Holy shit, dude. I love clicking on random channels. And this is just in the comment section of my son ate a poop. Is this guy trying to make commentary videos?
Conservatives are really knocking it out of the stupidity park with this transgender and sports stuff, aren't they? Just yeah, because God forbid that women have to actually live with the consequences of their actions. We have to protect them from this. Because in the 70s, gender and sex meant the same thing. They were the same thing. Gender was just like the polite way to say sex. It was basically sex in front of kids. I mean, it's the word you would say instead of sex when kids were around, so you didn't have to explain things to your own kids. But no, we can't let this happen, guys. No, we gotta stop it. We gotta say it.
What the fuck? He's like doing a mixture of like a story time and a stand-up set, but he's pausing for laughs. He looks like a racist science teacher, but I can't even he's making fun of conservatives, but he's just like, women deserve this. So it's like, I don't even know where he's just like so far right that he doesn't even want to stop trans people. I guess he's just a libertarian. Was it a transphobic libertarian?
Just a couple years ago, they were crying about the gender pay gap, which I guess now we'll call the social construct pay gap or something or other.
You just talked about how gender and sex are like interchangeable terms. Because it's not the gender pay gap in his brain. It's the sex pay gap too. So why wouldn't you just say that?
But yet they were still complaining because they don't make the same amount of money. Well, if they want to make the same amount of money, put me in, coach. I'll get the wig out. I'll dunk on him right now. I'll play 4 quarters and then I'll get in the ring and we'll do a few rounds, you know?
What the fuck is his point? It sounds like he's saying like, oh, it doesn't matter, but he's also like, trans people aren't real, so I have to combine these opinions.
Stop simping. Stop white knighting conservatives. Stop being the new feminists. It's weird. All the women in the NCAA swimming aren't even complaining about it. Just the one that lost by this much. They've been completely fine with it and
He's right. He's literally right.
supporting it this whole time until they lose, and then it's a big deal, right?
What?
Then it's a big deal to the one who lost and all of conservative feminism. If I had to define what a woman is, well, I guess I really can't because I'm not a biologist.
What?
I think this year I'll just kill a whole bunch of bucks and put doe tags on them all and just be like, I'm sorry, game warden. I'm not a wildlife biologist. I didn't ask them their genders before I...
Well, God, that's the thing. Animals don't have genders, you fucking dumbass. You pointed it out earlier. That gender and sex are not the same thing. I guess he was saying, like, now they are because of feminism.
But if I had to define what a woman is, I would say women are a group of people who got the right to vote and immediately started voting that they should not exist.
Immediately,
It's just
bro?
what it seems.
You think trans advocacy has been even remotely mainstream for like 100 years? Yeah?
So stop ruining my fun, conservatives. Stop it. Chill out. Enjoy the shit show for what it is. It's hilarious. It's wonderful.
Okay, I get it now. He's trying to make a joke. This might actually be stand-up. Because he's saying trans people are just men in wigs. Trans men don't exist by that logic. Because they literally think trans equals man in wig. Like, it's weird. It's like all trans people are just men in wigs, even trans men. So it would be funny to watch sports with men and women. So like, don't make a big deal out of it. He just like didn't even do his transphobia in a way that fucking made sense. I'm high as fuck. All of my rowdy leftist friends have settled down. Did you have any with an audience? What do you think?
You know, it's like a big giant circle jerk. But it's like the one...
Yeah, scratch his nuts.
But
he just pinched his penis.
they don't have to go to the place, no?
Man said a slur and touched his slog. YouTube's a fucked up place.
Yeah, I'll show you. It's like average leftist comes along, and with his picket sign, you know, NPC and all day long, and he's like, defend the police.
Yeah,
defund
buddy.
the police.
Go on. Keep going.
I just respond and I go, yeah, that sounds like a half-dick measure. You know, defunding them. Like, why don't we just abolish them completely? What the hell do I need the police for? Like, I'm a giant and I have a bunch of guns, so why do I need the police? If someone tries to steal my shit or attack me, you know, just bang, shoot him in the face, no problem.
Dude, after you say that, I'm sure your friends are like, maybe we do need the police because giant psychotic weirdos have guns. Like, he's like, what do you need the police for? I have guns. Like, no wonder.
You think that people should get shot for shoplifting? That's what you're saying? I'm like, well, I'm just saying if it happened like that, there'd probably be a lot less shoplifting. It would probably cut down.
People like this have no morals. You really think, you know, stealing food is worth killing someone? Stealing something that probably would get thrown away. You think that's worth, like, murdering someone for? People like this should have to see, if you think like this, you should have to go to war. Like, you should have to see death before your very eyes and the horrific consequences of it before you're allowed to say shit like that.
I'm not an expert, right? But if you shoot a few shoplifters...
Also, that doesn't work, by the way. That doesn't work.
I bet shoplifting just isn't as popular anymore.
Not true. Especially when you're talking about food. People will risk their lives for food. Like, that's how poverty works, man. Do you think they're stealing because they want to be? Do you think shoplifting happens because people feel like it? Yeah, fucking weirdos and teenage girls.
I'm like, so are you going to defend the police, or do you agree with me? We should just abolish them. Well, I think that we need the police because people don't deserve to get...
He's not talking to leftists. He's talking to fucking libs, dude.
I'm like, so you're telling me that the job of the police is to defend criminals. And then that's when they completely short circuit. and then they leave
No, it's it should be to protect society from you.
the chat.
Leave the chat.
That's it. I never hear from them again. It's like all my rowdy leftist friends have settled down.
Who is he looking at? Dude, we're just watching this guy have shower arguments. A mix of my own harsh philosophy, commentary, comedy, and shitposts. By Stygian Hero. Hope your sisters still likes my video. Singular. He's got 6 followers. Among Us and the Truth of Democracy. Oh, this is scary.
So here's a really interesting game that everyone is playing nowadays, Among Us. I was explaining the shortfalls of democracy to a young friend of mine, and he said, "Oh, it's like Among Us." And I got to thinking, and I realized that's true, that this game has a lot to teach us about democracy. So I decided to get it and play it. Let's see what happens.
I don't understand. This can't be fucking real. This guy sounds like fucking Mr. Plinkett, by the way.
Star Wars Episode 2 Attack of the Clones is the worst thing ever made by a human. Except for the bagpipes.
That's what this guy fucking sounds like.
The guy playing the white character calls an emergency meeting.
Why is it so bad, you ask? Well, it'll take a little while to explain because basically the answer involves every single thing in the film.
And then doesn't explain why or say anything at all, which came off very suspicious to everyone. So, everyone voted to throw him out of the space station. Damn it, democracy! You have failed me!
What? He had a chance to defend himself, but he didn't. How is that a pitfall of democracy? That doesn't make any sense.
He just simply says, it's yellow. And another guy says, well, I was with yellow the whole time. He just says, it's yellow. He gives no evidence at all. I thought it was suspicious, so I voted for the purple guy, but pretty much everyone else just voted for the yellow guy. For again, no reason. And pitched him out of the airlock.
But yeah, this is also probably a lobby full of children. Also, when people vote, they don't debate with each other while they're voting.
So this time everyone just hangs around the cafeteria waiting for the cooldown to push the button, which I was going to do, but I realized someone else was going to do it anyway, so I didn't. So that we could vote off purple, because it's really suspicious, since yellow was innocent, right? But since there's only 9 players actually playing this round, what are the chances that democracy would be wrong 3 times in a row?
This is not how, dude. How could he think this is like real evidence?
Well, that's unfortunate, but we know that Red's the murderer, but then again, now we're dead, so we don't get a vote. Unless it's for Joe Biden. But let's...
This is crazy. This man's
now,
beautiful.
This is the part where we get to sit back and witness our murderer play these stupid asses against each other. This reality is becoming extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous.
This man is beautiful. This is a beautiful man. He has a beautiful mind.
Democracy is me saying, I can steal your money. I can take your life. Because 51% of people agree with me. And the worst part about democracy is that everyone thinks that it's wonderful. And that somehow, because a majority of people think that something is right, somehow makes it so. This has been DWB. Thanks for watching. And remember, don't be a fucking commie.
This is the most beautiful video I've ever seen. Democracy is just like Among Us, where a bunch of 6-year-olds vote on their favorite color. Oh my god, he's Canadian.
That video made me feel bad things.
It was beautiful. It was an art piece. Comparing picking a person, I don't get it. Like, Among Us does not translate to an election at all. It's like so disconnected, especially not in a representative democracy. Yeah, like, what do you think is better? Fascism? Dude, I love conservatives. They're so creative.